Hi, this is Sidra and you're watching me on your YouTube channel Trends 21 by Sidra Rajab. Everybody knows the importance of sounds in life. But when we talk about English language, the sounds play the most important part. I taught my child initially just about the sounds, and rest of the things are all his. Now he can spell any word, even if it is a long one or a shorter. I feel very happy and satisfied because he is dexterous enough about the concept of sounds, to which I am going to exhibit today in front of you. Please be sure that if you are having a complete sketch of sounds in your brain, you are going to start a very good accent of English language. If you want to improve your accent, you need to understand the sounds first. Let's get started without wasting any time. That what the game of sound is it? If I tell you, I don't want to use the word teach. If I tell you the reality that sounds could be taught in two ways. One is very simple, which is my target, and the other one is along with the undue details. This is bilabial sound, this is glottal sound, I don't want to tell you all these details because we are not native speakers and we should not be having any concern about these details, because you are not supposed to pass examination of linguistics or any sort of test or any sort of difficulty. So why should we drag ourselves towards the undue details? Then just simple task is to understand the importance of sounds generally at all. At the end of every dictionary, perhaps every dictionary or whatever, the advanced learner dictionary is having at the end all the details of these sounds. But even knowing about those details, we cannot judge properly until someone teaches us properly. So let's get started and see what is all about these sounds. Simply, the sounds of ABC are called phonics, and in details, if we want to understand the sounds written in straight brackets in dictionaries, these are having some details. So these details are related to the consonants, then to the vowels, and then to the diphthongs. Consonants are simply those letters which are not vowels. And what are vowels? Vowels are those which are not consonants, obviously. No, vowels are having a specific details that we add "an" before writing any vowel letter. I'm not talking about sounds. We add "an" before vowel sounds also. Now the difference of sound and letter will be declared when we listen to the phonics. Diphthongs are the last one part, which is a bit complicated to understand, but when we understand phonics step by step, then consonants and then vowels, we'll understand what are the diphthongs. Diphthongs are having two sounds at a time. One sound starts and the other one ends. Let's get started through the phonics first. Letter A sounds A. You'll have to boldly spell with me, speak with me that this is A. A, A. B, B, B. C, K. D, D. E, A. F, F, F. It's not F, it's F. G, G, G. H, H. It's not H, it's H. I, E, a small sound. It's not E, it's E. J, J, K, K. C and K spell the same. K, K. L, 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 not L, it's L. M, M. N, N. O, O. It's not O, it's O. Later on we will come to see what is O. Means O is a different sound. O sounds O. P, P, Q, Q. R, R, R. It's not R, it's r, r. S, s, t, t, u, v, v, w, w, v, v, and w, w, x, x, y, y, it's y, z, z. Don't get it complicated anytime. It is simplest to understand, and a song is there to understand these sounds in easiest way. Let's sing together. It's not abacada. If we have seen it in the schools, the teachers are not bothering. Please take it seriously. These are not abacada. You will have to spell like sounds in front of the kids, so they get to know the seriousness and the sensitivity of sounds. A, b, k, d, e, f, g, h, I, j, k, l, m, n, o, p, q, r, s, t, v, w, x, y, z. So this is just as, means it is on the tone of A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Instead of A, B, C, you'll have to add A, B, K, but with a soft and little sound. It is over with phonics. Now let's get started to understand at a higher level. And the best way to understand it, if you have passed through 3rd to 4th standard, means usually in Oxford syllabus, it is added in 5th class, 4th class, 3rd standard even, and we have studied it in master's classes. This is bad luck, you can say, but if we have learned anything later or sooner, it is added to our status. So this is the best thing that you have learned it. Now let's get started and learn together. Consonants. When we are talking about at a higher level, consonants, I am talking about the teachers, the elders, and specifically those people who are going to teach their little children about the sounds. Consonants are all included in the dictionary. At the end of the dictionary, you can find them. These are not the consonants in general we see. For example, B, C, D, and the sounds are B, K, D, F, G. These are all the consonants generally in phonics. But now we are talking about the sounds in general, in whole the world, the sounds of consonants as a whole at a universal level. Please don't think that you'll have to cram them. Don't cram them. Make a shape in your brain of every consonant. Read it aloud 100 times, read them, watch their shapes, try to memorize them. Again and again, you'll have a friendship mode with them, and then you will be dexterous in your sound language. And after acquiring the sound language, you'll be better day by day in your accent also. Now just see the consonants I have written on the paper. Hold the work. These are 24 in number. Now the sounds, we are not talking about the letters anymore. We will not spell like A, B, C anymore. We will see just the sounds. Keep this thing in your mind again and again, that we are reading, learning, and talking about sounds only. Now the sound number 1 of consonants is P. P, P, pen, pain, pan. Sound of the consonant number 2 is B, bed, B, B. With the sound B starts bed, beautiful. Sound number 3 of consonants is T, T, tea, taboo. Sound number 4 of the consonants is D, D, doll, drum. Sound number 5 of the consonants is K, K, K. The shape of K is visible to you. This is not C. This is K if we talk in letters. But we are not talking about the letters. We are just seeing the sounds. So keep this thing in your mind, that sound of consonant is K, K. Its shape is visible to you. Now the next one is G, G. goat, go. Now the next sound number 7 is failed, full. Sound number 8 of the consonants is vote, van. Sound number 9 is snake, snow. Sound number 10 is zip. Sound of the consonants number 11 is hot, hit. Sound number 12 is man, mango, monkey. Sound number 13 is nose, neck. Sound number 14 is long. Sound number 15 is rose. Sound number 16 is wet, went, walk. Sound number 17 is, now these are the consonants, these are the sounds of consonants, and its shapes are a bit different from the others. Just see this. When we write this type, this is called ch, ch. As we see when two letters C and H, letters not sounds, letters C and H come together, they make a sound of ch. Just as when two sounds, when this shape is visible, that means this is the sound of ch. We'll see that in the dictionary, in the straight brackets, that how do we study these sounds when we learn all these. Then all the confusions will be gone. Now just see this. This is ch, ch, ch. Sound number 17. Now sound number 18 is j, j, and the shape is like this, as you are saying. Sound number 19 is th, th, thin, thick, throw, throw. We say throw, thick, thin, but native speakers say thin, throw. We cannot say this exactly, but we can at least copy. Now sound number 20 is the, and the sign is, and this is visible to you, those, these, this, these are all written when in sound language start with this shape. Now sound number 21 is sh, shop, show, shut. Sound number 22, I have just made it 22 because you can recognize it with the letter, with the number of 22. You can shuffle the numbers, there is no matter. You just will have to recognize the shapes with the sounds. Just see the shape and try to understand what I am saying. This is not y, because y sounds yes, yo, yo, yo. No, I'm not talking about y. It is y, y. Layer, we yearn. At the back side of your tongue, you are spelling this sound. Layer, vision. So be confident about it, okay? Don't be confused. Now, sound number 23 is y, y, yes. Now, last sound is ing, ing, ing. When it comes together, this sounds ing, and you see the shape. This is having n and to some extent G together. Now this is ringing, blinking, and so on. The sounds of consonants are finished. These are 24 in number. You can shuffle the number, but try to understand the shapes and their sounds together. Now next step is to understand the sounds of vowels. Vowels, vowels. This is quite difficult for me also to spell v and w together. But this is a task because we'll have to copy them exactly enough. If you are not able to copy them exactly, just at least touch the boundaries. Now just see the sound of the vowels, and the sound number 1 is sound. This is not letter. The sound is E, E. means with I. When we saw, the I sounds E, but now these are two dots, that is colon, that is called in the sign language, this is colon. So with I, a colon is visible and the sound is E, means we see C. Now I will show you along with the sounds the words which could be made by these sounds. Sound number 2 is E, that can make igloo. Now you will see the shapes in the brackets, the shapes in the straight brackets, and you'll see that how do you spell these sounds? How do you see the shapes of these sounds? The sound number 2 of the vowels is E. First was E, that is visible in C, green, and now it is E. Fridge, a short sound. Ink. Sound number 3 of the vowels is A. Simply we saw in phonics E sounds A, this is just as A. 10. Egg. Now sound number 4 of the vowels is a bit tricky. You'll have to understand that this is having a music inside. A. Fat. Cat. We say fat, cat, bat, but the natives don't spell like this. They say fat, bat. So the little music inside is, the shape is visible that these are two letters combined together, but don't go to the letters, just focus on the sounds. Now next, sound number 5 is Ah. It's a long sound, a little more. For example, we see the words far, we see the words car, father. You see, the written form of the sounds is totally different from the letters. Now sound number 6 is aw. It's not O. O sounds O. It's aw. It's not O. It's aw. This is topsy-turvy shape of the upside down A. You can memorize all these letters with this. Upside down A is aw. Upside down A is aw. You will see them and memorize them. You don't need to cram them. You will see them and recognize them. Sound number 7 is the shape of C, upside down and then with colon, and it sounds ah. For example, saw, aw. It's not aw, it's ah. Pa. Now next is, it's a funny shape of U and it sounds a little sound, put, foot. Sound number 9 is just as we see in phonics, upside down E, and it sounds For example, about. This is not shortest form of this is a little more louder and a longer about, alone, actual, when actual, but you will have to be clear about the shapes of sounds while reading them. One day you all will be able to understand the sounds written in the dictionaries, in the straight grammars, or you will be able to write all those things in your own, with your own hands easily. Try to be focused just. Now next sound is sound number 10, which is having a simple shape of U with colon, and it sounds oo. For example, two, flew. So these are all related to this sound. Sound number 11 is upside down V, and it sounds It is called wedge in sound language, and this is the shortest sound of the world. This is for example, cup in k. It's a little sound. Now sound number 12 is For example, fur, girl. So this is the shape of 3 and with colon. This is called Now from sound number 13, the diphthongs are going to be started, and a diphthong starts with one sound and ends on another. Let's see what is inside now. It's A. For example, first E is visible, that sounds A, and E. A. We have made them together. Say. stay, pay, way. All these are the sounds including. Sometimes I should look like crazy what I'm doing, but to learn sounds, we will have to pass through these circumstances, these conditions. Sound number 14, and this is upside down E and a funny shape of U. This is ow, ow. For example, go, go, ow, go, low. Now next one is sound number 15. It's simply the shape of A and I, and it sounds I, my, fly, sky. Now sound number 16 is upside down C with I, and it sounds oi, oi, boy, toy. Sound number 17 should be sounding like ow, and it is sounding like ow. A, and oo, ow, now, boom. Sound number 18 is iya, iya, I and Y, the sound of E and ya, yeah. You can understand these things with this way, but you'll have to keep the shape in your mind with the sound, and you'll have to spell it multiple times. So your brain also listens, your ear also listens, and you become dexterous in recognizing these all sounds with the shapes. This is yeah. For example, near, fear. Sound number 19 is aya, ya. You see, both the sounds are visible. E sounds a, and upside down E sounds a. Ya, hair, hair, fair. The last and final sound of diphthongs is your, pure. Just see the shape and memorize it. Pure, cure, sure. Thanks for watching my video, and please be sure that if you are going to teach your youngsters, the kids, you'll learn more than enough. And if you are confused at any place, you can ask me in the comment section. While signing off, I just want to say that I wish that YouTube develops such a service where we can interact to each other directly. Means I sit in front of you and you can ask me the questions directly, because it is a bit tricky and difficult to ask it on the comment section, but comment section is always available to you and me. Thank you so much. Goodbye.